Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again, and this time we're going to look at a game called Tornado Baseball. This is also known as Ballpark. This was created in 1976 by Dave Nutting and Associates and Midway, and this is the first game in a series. The second game is called Extra Inning, created in 1978, and the third one is called Extra Bases in 1980. And we'll look at a little bit of all of those. This is just a simple black and white baseball game. You can't control the guys on base. I mean, you can't control first baseman, third baseman, second baseman, shortstop, catcher. But in the control panel, you can move the fielders left and right. This game is intended for two-player simultaneous play only, and you have a button to swing the bat, and like I said, you can. I think with a joystick you can move the fielders left and right, and then with another joystick you can pitch, and you can change the speed of the pitch in mid-pitch, and you can move it left and right in mid-pitch. You really psych out the batter in this game. This is just a simple black and white game. You get to play, I think, just like one, or maybe it was 4 innings of baseball, and that's it. The beep sound is really annoying in this game, and you just get beeps and boops, and that's it. Nothing fancy whatsoever. The later games in this series, Extra Inning and Extra Bases, would have a little bit more bells and whistles. But yeah, you can see I was moving the fielders. You can move them left and right, but you get to go up on to bat at the beginning, and then in the bottom of each inning you are pitching, and there they got a double off of me. But if you get the ball hit to the left or right of everybody, then it's probably just going to be a single. Note the ball completely disappears once it gets past everybody. If it gets between fielders, then it's going to be a double, a triple, or a home run. But there's a double play. I don't care much for this game at all. It's too early for a good baseball game. 1976 there wasn't really much of baseball games. Although this was like the first, or one of the first, I think, where you could actually control fielders, or that you had a full roster of players. See, yeah, I'm actually having to control both teams. And there's a home run. There's no fanfare or anything for a home run. Yeah, I can't play against a computer. I have to play against myself. And there's another home run. But yeah, the controls were not the same for both players. I don't think I was able to control the bat for the visiting team for some reason. But Yeah, this is really quite dull. It's just four innings of play. The other entries in this series were more interesting. Extra inning and extra bases. I only saw extra bases, I believe, of those 3 games in an arcade, and I saw it at on a ferry going across the Puget Sound, way back in the early to mid 80s. There's another home run. But yeah, this had no color background or color overlay. I think there was one available for extra inning, and there was one for extra bases. We'll look at those other games too. But this is the first in the series. This was created in 1976. And there I'm moving the fielders left and right. The control panel changed for the other games in the series too. Baseball games didn't really get very good in the arcade for quite a while after this. Atari Baseball might have been alright. I've never played that. Atari got more recognition for their football and basketball arcade games. When a fielder touches the ball, the computer will automatically make them throw to a base of their choice. It's not always the best decision, but it's often a good decision. Hope you enjoy your weekend, folks. I'm gonna play those 4 innings, and then we'll look at the other games in the series. But that low beep sound is really annoying. But yeah, I could not use the bat as the visiting team. Yeah, this was too old to have artificial crowd cheering noises. There's a single. But yeah, once the ball gets by the fielders, it will disappear, and the game will just say whether it was a single, double, triple, or home run. There's a triple. But yeah, if you get it between the fielders, then or between the guys on base, then it will be at least a double. Now I'm in double figures. But yeah, game over, because it only plays 4 innings. Well, that was Tornado Baseball, the first game in a series, created in 1976 by Dave Nutting and Associates and licensed to Midway. And then the second game was Extra Inning in 1978, and the third game was Extra Bases in 1980. And this game is also known as Ballpark. But I'd never seen this in arcades before. Now we'll have a brief look at Extra Inning. And this was the second game in the series. This was created in 1978. And it is also black and white, although I think there might have been a color overlay available. And note that it's a little more detailed. It shows the ball strike and out in a more legible, visible way. And it shows shows the inning, and it has very tinny music and sound effects. Computer pitches. Hey, there's a crowd noise. I bat first. There's a single. You know, for 1978, that's a pretty good artificial crowd noise. But there's a double play against me, crapola. But this single, player 1 can play against player 2. It's not automatically meant for 2-player simultaneous play. Oops. I'm not going to do a playthrough of this. We'll just see snippets of the other 2 games in the series. But yeah, they automatically throw to a base of their choice. Or the computer does it, or they do it for you. Oh, there's a home run. That's all we need to see of that, really. Well, now let's look at Extra Bases, the 3rd game in this series. This was created in 1980. This is the one I saw on a arcade, little mini arcade on a ferry in the Puget Sound in the Seattle area. And see, this automatically has a color overlay. And it has kind of hyper music, as a number of Midway games had at the time. I did not play this when I was on the ferry. They also had Berserk and a handful of other games. It's a pretty good sized ferry. That was kind of fun taking trips on it back in the day. But you only get to play 1 inning to start unless you beat the computer in that 1 inning. If you lead after that inning, then you get a free inning. Other than that, you have to put in a credit. And you get 2 more innings with each additional credit. The computer's just too good for me for this game. I put on a cheat later on, just so I could survive long enough so that you could see some other aspects of the game. Yeah, you have a trackball for this one to move the fielders, I believe. And you have a button to swing the bat. And I think a button to pitch as well. They call the trackball a roller ball in the hints part. But we'll go ahead and get started. Yeah, beat me for an extra inning. Good luck. Crap. Even if the ball goes right at a fielder, sometimes it'll go right through. And note that the screen is full, that when the ball gets by them, it will bounce off the wall and stop, unless it's a home run. Yeah, like that. And the computer will automatically throw to a base of their choice once their fielder or your fielder comes in contact with the ball. And again, you have to move the fielder yourself when you're on defense. And yeah, you can try your best to totally fool the batter with some very slow and then suddenly fast pitches, or pitches that go all over the place. Even if you're like way off the plate. Sometimes if the computer swings, it'll still make contact. But yeah, if you're used to playing like bases loaded, the control scheme is totally different from this. The computer just automatically makes you throw to a base once you make contact with the ball, your fielder or whoever. Got by them. But yeah, this was the only one I'd seen in an arcade. What's your favorite baseball video game of all time? I still love Bases Loaded. I still think it's so well made. Yeah, crap. But yeah, in this game, if you when you touch the ball with your fielder, the computer will automatically make them throw. You don't control where they throw. And if you're advancing as the runner, you just keep holding down the bat button, the bat swing button. Now it says, too bad we tied. You need to put in another credit, so I did. And we get to play 2 innings. Just wanted you to see what a homer is like there real quick. No, my score is 51. I put on a cheat to get there. That was a home run there. But that was Tornado Baseball, the first game in a series. This was created by Dave Nutting and Associates and licensed to Midway in 1976. And the second game was Extra Inning. And the third game was Extra Bases. Well, this is Crazy Clown Radio saying thanks for watching. Hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you later in the future with another video. Take it easy, everybody. Have a good one. Bye-bye.